Hakim al-Ummah, Shaykh Maulana Ashraf Ali Thanvi rahmatullahi alayhi. He had two wives, one senior wife and the other one was called junior wife. His disciples used to refer to them, the older one or the senior one, they would refer to her as Badi Pirani Sahiba, or the senior teacher, and to the younger one they would refer to her as Choti Pirani Sahiba, meaning the younger teacher. So once Shaykh Ashraf Ali Thanvi rahmatullahi alayhi was teaching his older wife translation of Quran. He himself was one of the greatest scholars of the last century, and he is the author of over 1,000 books. So he was teaching his wife translation of Quran. So they came upon this verse of Surah Az-Zumar, or Surah Al-Ghafir. وَمَا قَدَرُ اللَّهَ حَقَّ قَدْرِهِ وَالْأَرْضُ جَمِيعًا قَبْضَتُهُ يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ وَالسَّمَاوَاتُ مَطْوِيَّاتٌ بِيَمِينِهِ. That on the day of judgment, the earth will be all in full grasp of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and all the heavens will be rolled up in the right hand of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So in order to test her level of intelligence and where she was at this point, because this is mentioned in Juz 24, so most likely they had already covered 23 juz of Quran. So he was testing her where she stands at this moment and what does she understand and how much she comprehends. So he asked her this very intricate question. He said, why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is referring to this? Now this ayah is one of the mutashabihat of Quran, meaning the exact meaning of this is only known to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because there is a mention of the hands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But Allah is saying in essence that the earth will be in the closed fist of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَالْأَرْضُ قَبْضَتُهُ يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ وَالسَّمَاوَاتُ مَطْوِيَّاتٌ بِيَمِينِهِ. And the skies, the heavens will be rolled up into the right hand of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So he said, why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is referring to basically the same thing in two different ways and in two different words? What is the wisdom behind that, and what is the reason for that? So he already had something in his mind, which he of course had studied from other scholars and from other books and all of that. But he wanted to see what she understands from this. So his wife, she said that actually they're the same thing, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is speaking to us the way we understand things. And how do we understand things as human beings? If something is small enough to close it in your fist, you will hold it like this. Like a key or something like that. Like something small, you'll hold it like this. If something is big, you can't put it in your fist, right? You'll hold it like this. Okay? So you'll roll it up like we have those big posters, or we have something big. We'll fold it up, we'll roll it up, and then we will take it in hand like that. She said, it doesn't befit the majesty of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but Allah is so kind and majestic that He is talking to us the way we understand things. Because the point of Quran is not for Allah to understand. The point of Quran so we can understand the message from the kalam of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, from the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So this is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying like this. And then he said one more thing. He said, I also realized this is something that he said I never thought about. So he put that in his book, in his tafsir. He has a book called Bayanul Quran. You can find this in his book. He put that after learning it from his wife, whom he was teaching. He was teaching his wife, but he ended up learning something from her. So he said, I like that so much. I didn't even share what I knew about the tafsir of this ayah. I accepted her as superior understanding and I included that in my book, Bayanul Quran. And then he said, then I realized one other thing. In Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala often refers to the number of heavens as 7. Sab'a samawat, sab'a samawat, 7 heavens. And this is something that has been continuing as such from long before Islam. The humanity always understood the number of heaven as 7. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala confirmed that as well because it is 7. And He mentioned it in that manner. But how many earths are there? People only know about one earth. At least 1400 years ago, people only knew about one earth. They didn't know about more earths. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala always mentions earth as singular as one earth. Ard. He doesn't even mention the second of that or third of that. He doesn't mention that in plural because that's what we understand. If Allah had mentioned more earths at that time, it would lead them to go in a direction of something that was not really beneficial at that time. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned the earth as singular and heavens as plural in 7 numbers. So this is the benefit of exchanging, the benefit of learning. And Quran is one book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala which will continue to expand your knowledge. No matter how often you read Quran, you will continue to learn. Alhamdulillah, we are now on Juz 27. We're finishing Juz 27. Soon, maybe next week or the week after, we'll finish Juz 27 inshallah. And as soon as we complete Juz 30 inshallah, we'll go back. But I can guarantee you when we go back, it'll be totally different. Because what we learned 20 years ago or 5 years ago is different from what we will learn now. Every time you will read Quran, even a surah that you repeat every single day, you will learn something new. Now, Shaykh Ashraf Ali Thanwi rahmatullahi alayhi, he himself was a great scholar and a great mentor and a great shaykh. And he was teaching his wife the translation of Quran, which is basic. And he ended up learning something from her. Wa akhiru da'wan alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.
In the Surah Talaq,
Yes.
Allah says, Sab'a samawati
Wa min al-ardi mithlam. Yes.
There's 7 earths.
Yes. It's a reference to the number of earth, but it's not again in explicit numbers. It's a reference to that. Yes.
We know there are so many planets that
Of course. There's no denying that there are more Earths like our Earth. We actually know about the Kepler B2 and other Earths like Earth planets that are out in other solar systems. In our solar system, there's no Earth like our Earth, according to what science has told us. But Allah knows best.
I think our knowledge expands. Whatever the field was 200 years ago probably doesn't stand up. Some of it doesn't stand up anymore.